Hi, Bernadette Schneider with the Schneider Group at eXp Realty, and I am here with my very good friend Chanel Beller. She is in sales and marketing at WFG National Title. We're going to go over a few things as far as what you can expect as a buyer once your offer is accepted. So my first question to you is, what is earnest money and why is it required?
Earnest money is a requirement of the contract. It is your good faith that you're going to continue forward with the contract.
Okay.
And also it's to protect the seller in the event that you decide to cancel.
So I've got skin in the game.
Exactly. That's the best way to put it.
Okay, fantastic. So then with that being said, I know I need it. What is the best way to get it to you? The safest way?
The best way to get it to us is a wire transfer. Okay. Your escrow officer will send you an email via our portal called My Home, and there's a double authentication process to protect you from wire fraud, and then you will be invited to call in to your escrow officer. There'll be some verification steps, and then you'll initiate the wire from there through your bank.
Okay, awesome. Sounds great. Okay, so what happens to my earnest money? Am I giving it away? Does it come back to me? What happens to it?
Your earnest money is then held in a trust account with the title company, and it sits there until such time that we are told either to disperse it or till the file closes. And then when it closes, it's credited to your closing funds. So if it's part of your purchase price.
Okay, so it's money basically that I'm getting back as a credit unless something else is agreed upon during the transaction.
Correct.
Okay, very good, very good. So on the escrow side, what happens after my offer is accepted and my earnest money is in, then what happens next?
So on the escrow side, once the offer is received and earnest money is receipted into the file, that's when we start working on the preliminary title report. And so what we're doing is we're looking at the property and we're making sure to clear any liens that are against the property. Now, lien sounds like a scary word, but that doesn't mean that there's anything bad. A lien can be the mortgage that's held against the property by the seller at that time. So we want to make sure that we are paying that off. We want to make sure that if there are any judgments or if there is anything adverse against the property, that we're going to take the time to clear those things up so that the day that you become the new owner, that the only thing that is against that property would then be your mortgage if you're taking a mortgage, or if you're buying it cash, that you now have that property free and clear from that day going forward.
Okay, great. And then this we'll discuss another day, but that's where title insurance comes in to protect buyer and seller and make sure that that actually happens.
Yes, title insurance is the only form of insurance that protects going backwards.
Oh, gotcha.
Most other insurances start going forward.
Okay. Very good, very good. So when would my closing funds be due, like the rest of the money?
Okay. Typically, we like to receive them at least 24 hours in advance of the closing date.
Okay. And how would we get them to you?
So you will send those the exact same way that you sent your initial earnest money deposit.
Okay. Great. That makes it easy. Okay, very good.
We try to keep things easy.
Okay, so I know we already discussed the closing funds, but around or at the same time as that, we have to sign as well, right? We're going to have paperwork to sign.
Yes, you're going to have a lot of paperwork to sign, especially if you're getting a loan.
Okay, so let's say I'm getting a loan. What would be the sign? Where do I sign? What do I do?
Okay, so what's going to happen then is we're going to be in very close communication with your lender. And if you're getting a loan, we're going to be talking to the bank, we're going to be waiting for them to get documents. And you probably are in communication with your lender as well. And they're going to send us the documents. And then we're going to ask for just a little bit of time so that we have time to print your loan documents.
Okay.
And then we're going to be contacting you and saying, okay, we've got your loan documents. Where would you like to sign them? We can sign them at our office. We can sign them at your home. We can sign them at your place of business. We try to make things not only easy, but convenient. Okay. So you can do that with a mobile notary. You can do that, again, in our office, because loan documents need to be notarized. Right. So that's the important thing.
Okay. Okay. And so say I'm a cash seller or a cash buyer, then what?
If you're a cash buyer, you can sign those via DocuSign, and most buyers today are very familiar with DocuSign because you guys use that a lot of times to sign contracts. So you can do that anywhere.
Click, click, click.
On your cell phones anymore.
Okay.
So.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so we've signed everything. And then what about possession? When What happens after we've signed everything? You've got our wire. What happens next?
So once we've gotten your money, if you're getting a loan, your money is usually the smallest part of the funds that we're going to receive. So once we've got that, now we're going to facilitate the loan documents, get those back to your lender, and then we're going to wait to receive their money.
Okay, so my loan, you're waiting to receive the loan funds.
Yes,
okay.
So once we've got all of the monies in the transaction and we've got the okay, everybody says we are good to go, then we are going to send it down to record. And a lot of people, Las Vegas is a very transient town, so we have buyers and sellers from all parts of the country and the world, so to speak, or not so to speak, quite frankly. So a lot of people are familiar with what's known as a roundtable closing. This is not a roundtable closing state. So we're not going to have buyers and sellers sitting, signing, and closing right then. So you're going to sign your documents, and you may not even close the day you sign. In fact, most of the times you're not going to close the day you sign.
Okay.
So it's going to probably be the next day.
Gotcha.
At a minimum.
Okay.
So we're going to send it down to the county recorder's office, and then we're going to wait for them to tell us that they've recorded. And sometimes that's 30 minutes later, and sometimes that's 8 hours later. It just depends on how busy they are, quite frankly.
Okay. So just because you send it down to record doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to record that day, which means key exchange would have to be the following day or whenever it is recorded.
That's correct. And we don't facilitate keys ever.
Right. We do that. Absolutely. And we also here at the Schneider Group accompany our clients to signing. No matter where it is. One of us will always be there. My husband and I are a team. So one of us will always be there at signing to answer any questions you have. The notary's limited on what they can answer because they're not their documents, they're the lender documents. We're limited as well, but we can definitely make the process as easy as possible and make you comfortable with what you're signing your name to.
And I would like to volunteer. If you're signing in Hawaii, I will be there as well.
Or Cabo.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so I think that pretty much sums it up. Title and escrow is very important. I personally have a background in title and escrow, and I've worked with Chanel before at WFG.
Yes.
That's why we're friends, and they are absolutely amazing, and I just want to thank you so much for doing this and explaining the starting out process. So stay tuned because I have a feeling there's going to be more episodes to come.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Bye, guys.
Bye.